Thank you for accommodating my schedule. I want to talk to you at some length about whether you think President Putin and the Russian people are losing patience with the pace of things in Ukraine. But leading up to that, a couple of other questions. First, if I may, German Chancellor Merz has announced that Taurus missiles will be sent to Ukraine without any geographic limitation imposed upon their targets. He made a rather belligerent statement, which we'll run for you in just a minute. If he does that, is he running the risk of the Kremlin considering Germany to be a co-belligerent?
Not just Germany. I think Putin and Sergei Lavrov have been very explicit and very definitive. If this happens, if this missile system is introduced, because it takes more than just Germany to launch these missiles, and he knows it, then he will consider that NATO has entered the fray formally, explicitly, and directly, and he will react accordingly. So look for Warsaw or one of the Estonia, Latvia, Lithuanian capitals or others to be hit. I don't doubt that Putin is serious.
Don't they consider the United States a co-belligerent? Of course, we do have the Atlantic Ocean in front of us.
They do, and there are other kinds of things he could do against us, but I think he'll reserve that, put it in his back pocket, so to speak, for when it becomes obvious that he's going to go to war with us anyway, and he'll want to get a jump on it.
Here's Chancellor Merz yesterday. Chris, cut number 7.
There are no longer any range restrictions on weapons delivered to Ukraine, neither from the British, nor the French, nor from us, nor from the Americans. This means that Ukraine can now also defend itself, including, for example, by taking actions such as attacking military positions located within Russia, or by targeting other strategic sites as necessary. Until recently, it was not able to do that. Until recently, with very few exceptions, it also did not do that. Now it can. In jargon, we call this long-range fire, meaning equipping Ukraine with weapons that can attack military targets in the rear. And this is the crucial qualitative difference in Ukraine's conduct of the war. Russia attacks civilian targets completely ruthlessly, bombing cities, kindergartens, hospitals, and nursing homes. Ukraine does not do that. And we place great importance on ensuring that it stays that way. But a country that can only confront an aggressor on its own territory is not defending itself adequately. So, and this defense of Ukraine is now also taking place against military infrastructure on Russian territory.
Comments from me before you respond, Colonel. One is that was an AI-generated English translation purporting to be in Chancellor Merz's voice if he was speaking English. Unbelievable what AI can do today. Second is, isn't this insane, introducing long-range fire? I mean, isn't he exposing Berlin to long-range fire by doing that?
Well, first of all, your explanation of the AI translation is the future, and God help us all.
Right.
And second, if it is even a remotely accurate translation, this former CEO of BlackRock is trying to evince his bona fides in military operations. That's hogwash. And second, it's hogwash because he just demonstrated it as so. This is an absurd statement for him to be making, that this changes the dynamics of the battlefield and maybe puts Ukraine back into the battle, which is his implication. It does no such thing. What it does is put NATO proper into the battle, with the Russians having every incentive and reason to expand the conflict and to attack NATO. I don't think they'll attack a formidable NATO power initially, but just to make the point, Putin might attack one of the what I would call intermediate powers of NATO.
What is the status of the German military, both offensively and defensively? What is the status of the German air defenses?
They couldn't attack, let's put it this way, they couldn't attack Russia and expect to survive for more than 30 days. I mean, wow. It would be devastating. And I don't just mean Germany. I mean the entire NATO panoply. And I want to say, outside Turkey and outside the United States, I will eliminate the latter because we're so paper tigerish right now that I wouldn't consider us as a formidable foe for Putin in his current state of readiness and competence. Maybe Turkey, but I don't think Turkey would even think about entering the fray. So you're looking at a paper tiger threatening one of the most formidable, hardcore, trained, battlefield conditioned, huge military on the face of the earth. It would be like someone saying in 1865, when we had 1 million men under arms and fundamentally under Ulysses S. Grant, that they wanted to attack the United States. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
There you have it. This is a Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson who works under Colin Powell. That's right. That's right. Under Colin Powell. You all know who Colin Powell is. Yeah, former Secretary of former Secretary of State for United. That's right. Colin. That's right. This guy is being around. He knows. He knows what is happening. He knows that America is weak. America is paper tiger, and this is the end of America. He just told you. He said Russia is undefeated. Now you know why the Lord, the Bible, Isaiah 13. We're gonna continue to beat this home. So when it comes to pass, the Lord Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi will get all the glory. Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction, not just a regular destruction that is coming, a great destruction to who? America. Babylon the Great. The writing is on the wall. Jeremiah 50:23 says, how is the hammer? Nobody need to remind you that America, at one point, nobody was able to challenge America. Even he himself said it. But not anymore. America was known as the hammer. He says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? That's right. How is Babylon, America, become a desolation among the nations? NLT. It says this: Babylon, the mightiest hammer in all the earth, lies broken and shattered. Babylon is desolate among the nations. This is like music to our ears. It says, I, the Lord Yahawah, verse 24. I have laid a snare. Snare goes into what? A trap. You thought you can set up Ukraine to go and defeat Russia. You allow your NATO members to supply weapons to Ukraine to defeat Russia. Russia just defeated the entire NATO clan. And now they know that America is not officially. Russia is about to face America. That's going to be in what? The war of what? Jehoshaphat, Armageddon, in Levant, aka Middle East. That's where it's gonna. That's where they're gonna meet. It says here, I, the Lord Yahawah, have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, America, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because why? Thou hast striven against the Lord Yahawah. Excuse me. That's where we are today. Before we get into this lesson, let's give honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Let's give double honors to our head apostles, the elders, the bishops out of the great millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations, peace to the tabernacle of David, the 144,000. The men you see on the highways and byways, like Apostle Paul said this in the book of Romans chapter 1, because this is what the Lord loves. The Lord, because no more, we are not out here sacrificing goats and lambs. No, the Lord said we have to what? Make our body a living sacrifice. Let's read that, and then we're going to give honor again to our head apostles. Dedicated service. It says, Romans chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of what? Our King, the Redeemer of Israel, that ye present, that's what we do, to the best of our ability through the spirit and power of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, constantly feeding the sheep, reminding them what time we are in, measuring the time diligently in itself, going into the prophecies. Hey? It says here, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of what? The power, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice. That's right. Now this is what we have to do, because Yahawashi died for us. All we have to do is what? Present our body a living sacrifice, exalting the name of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, feeding the sheep. That's what Yahawashi said it. That's it. Feed the sheep. Let them know what time it is. Hey? That ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto what? The Most High Yahawah, which is what? Your reasonable service. That's why we are not going to stop. Again, double honors to our head apostles, the elders, the bishops out of the great millstone that taught us this truth, and salutation, peace to my fellow laborers out there, making their body a living sacrifice, feeding the sheep like our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi commanded us to do. And to the large multitude, men, women, children, that believe in the testimony of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, I pray that this word here, it comforts you, it builds your faith. And that's it. It builds your faith and continue to increase you. And you repenting, seeking the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and fasting to the best of your ability, repenting, believing in the testimony of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi, because what? You were picked before the foundation of this earth. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 2. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 4. And Romans chapter 8, verse 29. You were picked before the foundation of this earth to receive this message. Yeah, things are heating up. Things are heating up. We're going to see it, family, the fall of our enemies. It is. Let's go here. Let's go. Before I get this article, let's go to one of my favorite precepts. Let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus. Quickly, please bear with me. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. Oh, family, to be up in the chariot and see America on fire. Man, that's what the Lord is bringing. The Lord is going to allow us. It says in the book of Revelation 15 verse 2. Ecclesiasticus 25 verse 7. It said, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children. Here you can even enjoy your children, family. You can. Your children belong to the state. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. That's what I'm looking forward to. The fall of our enemy, the fall of this kingdom. Those that have family invested heavily in this kingdom. To see them cry, to see them commit suicide, people losing their mind. That's what we are looking forward to. Yeah. That's right. We are looking forward to that. Everything that they invested, they're going to lose it all. That's what the Lord says in the book of James chapter 5. He said, howl and weep, all ye rich men. Let's get that too. This is what we are looking forward to. Oh, family, we are looking forward to a lot. And the book of James chapter 5. He says this, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. This is like music. This is music to our ears. And that's what we are looking forward to. Back to the articles. Russia prepared to strike Germany in response to terrorist attacks That's what we are waiting for. We know this war is going to start conventionally, and then eventually it's going to go nuclear. Yeah, we're going to have a beautiful summer, man. We're going to have an amazing summer. I speak as a man, but you know what, do? We're going to have a fantastic summer. Lord willing. I say Lord willing, man. We're hoping things to escalate. And we are hoping this war will pop up. Particularly Israel attacking Iran. Oh my goodness, man. Ukraine cannot operate the long-range missile without German assistance. That's the point. This is America and NATO war against Russia. So just forget about Ukraine. This is America, NATO. So when they said Trump is going to be calling Putin, today they came out and said, well, there's a ceasefire. Ceasefire in Gaza for 60 days. Family, they're going to break that ceasefire very soon. Now, no contract, no family, Esau, Edom cannot be trusted. Another distraction, another delay for the inevitable. You guys are going to World War III. Nobody can escape it. You can prolong it, you can do whatever you want to do, but no amount of ceasefire. You can have 20 billion ceasefire. You're still not going to stop prophecy. You guys are all going to war. Russia could authorize strikes inside Germany if Ukraine receive and attack it. With German Taurus cruise missile, a senior Russia lawmaker has warned State Duma Defense Committee Chairman Andrei Katapolov insists that the weapon requires German military assistance to operate. Yeah. You heard it. American can defend NATO. Family, this is the time that we should be rejoicing and giving honor and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And listen to this, family. Look at what this news here. Listen to this. North Korea, United Nations is in North Korea sent 20,000 containers of ammunition to Russia. Yeah, North Korea, family. Kim Jong-un, they signed a strategic defense pact with Russia. Kim Jong-un, I think 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, he came out and said that any attack against Russia is literally, they're going to take it as if the West is attacking North Korea. They're going to assist Russia. Yes. And even during the last incursion in Kursk, North Korea soldiers were fighting shoulder to shoulder with Russia military. Yeah, I have an article to show you. Yeah, even today, the former defense secretary, Sergei Shoigu, from Russia says, yeah, North Korea is our partner. Yes, I'm going to get the article. But here, listen to this. 9 million artillery shells and ammunition for rocket launchers and at least 100 ballistic missiles. North Korea enabled Russia to increase missile attacks on critical Ukrainian civilian infrastructure by supplying it with more than 20,000 containers of ammunition, according to a report by the Multilateral Sanctions Monitoring Group. A group consists of 11 United Nations members: Australia, Britain, Germany, Italy, Canada. That goes to what? That's right. These are all the nations. We're talking about what? The West. Yeah. Yeah, but America, the NATO can supply weapons to Ukraine, but nobody can supply weapons to Russia. Yeah, that's where we are, family. It says that's what the Bible says, the joy of the hypocrite. Let's go there. And the Bible says the joy of the hypocrite, hypocrite is only for a moment. Is it Job 20? Though his excellency mount up to heaven, he shall down. No, let me get it. I don't want to butcher it. Let's go here. Job. And Job chapter 20, I think the point is in 4 or 5. Job 20, let's go here. It says here, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is sure. The triumphing of the wicked is who? Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man. And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment, that self-proclaimed white man. That self-proclaimed white man. You see, you can supply weapons to Ukraine, but nobody can assist Russia. But we know that what at the end of the day, Russia is going to be the winner. Yahawashi is going to come in, and then Yahawashi is going to put Russia and everybody else down. That goes to Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13, Jeremiah 50, 51, Joel. That's where we are. So yeah, artillery to what? Listen, from North Korea to Russia. And listen to what this man says today. Sergei Shoigu, former defense secretary. Listen to this. He says here, North Korean troops fight for Kursk's region as if it were their own. You hear that? They were fighting for Russia. They fighting for that region as if it was their own. And why is the Lord doing that? Because the Lord is the one that he mustereth the host of the battle. The Lord Yahawah is bringing all these nations together. He's dividing the team East against Team West. In Team East, you're going to have North Korea. You're going to have Russia. You're going to have China. You're going to have Iran. Family, I'm going to put my money on this group. Yeah, this group here. You heard it from the corner. It says America don't stand a chance. The Yemen, the Houthis were kicking Americans' ass in the Red Sea. Yeah. So this is not going to be actual family. It's going to be a very quick defeat for the West. And then Yahawashi will come. And family, Yahawashi is only going to need 1 hour. This is how close we are. This is where we are heading to right now. It says here, Sergei Shoigu added that he had once again thanked his colleagues from what? That's right, DPRK. And the People Republic of Korea. For what? For their help in liberating the Kursk region. North Korean troops fought valiantly in the Kursk region as if they were defending their own homeland. Secretary of the Russian Security Council, Sergei Shoigu, told journalists after the war. After the, what's the Roman number? I think XX is 10, 11, 12. The 13th international meeting of high-ranking security representatives. That's right. They fought for the liberation of our land as for the liberation of their own land. He said, adding that he had again thanked his colleagues from the People Republic of Korea for their help in liberating the Kursk region at the meeting. This family, we are at the end. The teams are set. Team East against the West. And listen to what the defense and United Kingdom to step up cyber attacks on Russia and China. This is coming from the mouth. Listen to this. The defense secretary of UK, John Healey, has said London will increase hacking operation as part of a new military command. Listen to it. It gets better. Family, that you know we are at the end. London will significantly step up offensive cyber operation against Russia and China. UK Defense Secretary John Healey announced on Thursday, today, following the inauguration of the country's new cyber and electromagnet command. Isn't that what the Lord tells you in the book of Revelation 6:4? That this man's job was to take peace from the earth? Yeah. That's Lord. See, the Bible is true. The Bible stands alone. The word of the Lord will not return to him void. The Lord is telling you the cancer of the world. Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white men. In a statement quoted by the Times, Healey claimed that the keyboard is now a weapon of war and said that the UK's new cyber command will coordinate both defensive and offensive operation, including hacking into enemy system to disrupt attacks and spread of propaganda. Propaganda. That's what Esau knows. Because this man's job is not to bring peace. Esau's job is to destroy. Remember, the devil comes to us to steal, to pillage, rape, steal. That's why destroy. He didn't bring peace. Esau Edom's job is not to bring peace. He's doing exactly what the Lord programs him to do. Bald head, smooth face. That's right. Cave dweller. That's what their job is, to destroy the earth. That's why Yahawashi is coming to remove them. Here it says, ask whether this will include Russia and China. Healey responded, yes. And that's funny. We are at the end. And you think Russia is just going to sit back and say, okay, yeah, listen, attack our military infrastructure. You know, you guys are UK, yeah. You know, you guys are the English people. Yeah, you have this beautiful accent. No, they're going to destroy the West. That's the plan. Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. That's Team East. That's Ezekiel 38. That's Ezekiel 38 is about to be fulfilled. Israel is going to be level. America is going to be level. America is going to be turned into the lake of fire. The difference is Israel is going to be built back better because that's going to be our king. Yahawashi's headquarters. That's why the laws, Isaiah 2, the laws are going to come out of Jerusalem. That whole place, after it's done, you look at Gaza today, family, when the Israelites go home, after that, Jerusalem is built, the streets are going to be paved with gold. Let's listen to what's the name. Let's go there. I haven't been there in a while. Let's go to the book of Tobit. I love the way Tobit put it together. Let's go to the book of Tobit. I think Tobit 13. Listen to what Tobit said. Our forefather Tobit. It says this. It says, oh, bless. Let's start from verse 14. It says here, oh, no, the whole chapter is banging. So what should I start from? Let's start from what? Verse 9. Okay, we're going to read to 18. Verse 9. It says, let's start from verse 7. It says, sorry, family. I will extol my power, and my soul shall praise the King of heaven, and shall rejoice in his greatness. It says, let all men speak, and let all praise him for his righteousness. O Jerusalem, the holy city. He said, he will scourge thee for thy children, because Jerusalem will what? People before place, right? He said, he will what? Scourge thee for thy children works, and will have mercy again on the sons of the righteous. Isn't the Lord showing us mercy? Our Father is full of tender mercy. Family, look at what he's doing for us in the land of our captivity. Family, look at the joy that we feel when we go through the news, seeing the end of this kingdom. This is what the Lord is doing. Hey, listen to this, beloved. It said, give praise to what? To the Lord Yahawashi, for he is good, and praise the everlasting King. Goes to what? That's why no. Isaiah chapter 9 verse 6, 7. Unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. That's right, that's Yahawashi. It says, the everlasting King, that his tabernacle may be built in thee again. Because why? Yahawah, the Lord. Yahawah, Spirit is going to be directly in us now this time. We are the third temple. That's right. Every 144. I pray that I'm one of the numbers. I pray, family. Even if I'm part of the large multitude, I said all praises, honor, and glory to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But the 144,000, that's every one of those brothers represent as the stone for the temple. Every single one of the 144,000 mentioned in the book of Revelation 7 and Revelation 14. Yeah. And it said, give praise to the Lord Yahawashi, for he alone is good. And praise the everlasting King, that his tabernacle may be builded in thee again with joy. And let him make joyful there indeed those that are captives, and love in thee forever those that are miserable. It gets better. Oh, family, it gets better. Many nations shall come from far to the name of the Lord Yahawah power, with gifts in their hands, even gift to the King of heaven. All generations shall praise thee with great joy. Yeah, in the kingdom. This nation, and Isaiah 61. They're going to bring the best of the best gift to Jerusalem. Family, we're going to have so much. We don't even going to know what to do with them. It says here, rejoice and be glad. Rejoice and be glad for the children of the just, for they shall be gathered together. The Lord is doing that already. The elect are dancing to this song. They are rejoicing in salvation. And it said, for they shall be gathered together, and shall what? Bless the Lord of the just. Oh, blessed are they which love thee, for they shall rejoice in thy peace. indeed. And that's why I said this word here, the peace that this word brings you, you're never going to find it in the world. Money can buy it. Money can buy it. It said, blessed are they which have been sorrowful for all thy scourges, for they shall rejoice for thee when they have seen all thy glory, and shall be glad forever. Man, Job, family, Tobit is prophesying. Listen to this. Let my soul bless the power, the great king. Oh, family, now listen to this. We were talking about Gaza. Looking at Gaza today. Listen to what that area is going to be. It said, for Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds and precious stone, thy walls and towers and battlements with pure gold. That is what is coming. After the destruction, that's what is coming after the destruction. Listen to it. It said, Jerusalem, our homeland, the headquarters of our King, our Redeemer, Yahawashi. For Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds, and precious stone, thy walls and towers and battlements with pure gold. Let's look at some of this. Let me go here. Family, pure gold, pure gold. It says, and the streets of Jerusalem shall be paved with beryl and carbuncle and stones of Ophir. Family, take your time and go and look up some of these metals. Go, family, take your time. Do a little bit of research. Go to Tobit chapter 13, verse 16 to 18. Family, look at some of these precious stones. That's what the street of Jerusalem, the building, the walls, these are the precious stones that's going to build Jerusalem. Do you see what is coming for us, Yahawah willing? And the street of Jerusalem shall be paved with beryl and carbuncle and stones of Ophir. That's gold. And all his streets shall say, Hallelujah. And they shall praise him, saying, blessed be the power which have extolled it forever. Family, like I said, we can't thank the Lord enough for what he has done for us and the land of our captivities. This is what is awaiting us. That's why I said, better is the end of a thing than the beginning of it thereof, and the patience in spirit. We have to be patient, family. I said patience. We have to be patient. Patient, waiting. Family, we gotta wait. Patient, suffer. Because this is what is coming. You're going to be walking on, family, paved. Your streets are going to be paved with gold. Gold, your new body. These are the things that are coming for the hopeful elect. So time is on our hand. And remember, we have forever to enjoy it. You're not going to come born. You're not going to go there and then 40 years later you die. No, there ain't going to be no death. We're going to live forever. Yeah? We're going to live forever. No more death. Death have no power. You're going to see a building on fire. You're going to walk through that fire. It's not, you're not even going to smell it. But that's right. Because we are not dying again. You see? That's what is coming. So yeah, this man here, this is the Defense Secretary of United Kingdom. Talking about attacking Russia and China. You can't make this up. What does that tell you? Family, we are at the end. Yeah, we are at the end. But rejoice in prophecy. We are at the end. We are at the end. I just want to bring this one with this quick news. I was watching that podcast with Judge Napolitano. So I figured when he said that America is paper tiger, I said that's the lesson right there. America is a paper tiger. That's according to Colonel Lawrence Wilkerson. America is a paper tiger. America can defeat Russia. Because why? The Lord says so. We are at the end of this man's kingdom. Shalom.